I broke out the Pikachu. Look at the ears. So, after that last video got a little intense and a little serious, I wanted to close out Star Wars month with something of a surprise. And that is for the palate cleanser, Spaceballs, 1987. Yes, that is the release year. This movie stars and was written and I think it was also directed by, but I know it was written and produced by. And one of the co-stars in it was Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, John Candy, Joan Rivers, Bill Pullman, Daphne. I think it was Zimmerman. Sorry if I said your name wrong. And I ended up because of my friend giving me a bunch of tapes. I ended up with two tapes of Spaceballs and the DVD. And I found out there is a 30th anniversary one that gives you some merchandise with it. So I'm gonna see if I can find that. I want that too because I want the merch because that's part of the joke of Spaceballs. Now this one I'm gonna try to keep very spoiler free, just to kind of just talk about it a little bit. To me, Spaceball is just a magical ride of laughter. Uh, if you like Robin Hood Men in Tights, if you like History of the World Part 1, Mighty Python, and all them, you're going to like this. It's that old school kind of thing, but it kind of made a joke about how Star Wars was a cash grab. Um, I just have very fond memories of laughing. As a matter of fact, after all the Star Wars stuff, I decided to watch it just to give me something different as breaking away from all the stuff and kind of help me look at it back on the outside. And Spaceballs was it. And yeah, just fond memories of just laughter. To me, it's still hilarious. It's great. It's smart. It's witty. It's one of the best parodies I've ever seen. Any movie, it's a phenomenal parody of Star Wars and has some memorable lines and how they kind of combine characters and had the pizza face and all that stuff. Rick Moranis, as always, it was great. And he was Dark Helmet. He was one of the most standout things. He was like a walking bobblehead. I'm sorry, I can't even help it. Just thinking about the movies making me laugh. Oh, get it together, geek, get it together. Yeah, him as a villain was just great. The suit was just nuts. Had such great connections, such good jokes. Joe Rivers was freaking phenomenal how she did this stuff. They had these jokes in there where like normal words people would say, do it, and I love the fact it teaches the merchandise. Now I'm gonna say one joke, so be prepared. If you don't want to, just hit the 10-second mark on the thing. So they do this thing where it's great when they start going through all the stuff. They're like Spaceballs Cup, Spaceballs this, and the guy goes Spaceball tape, and they're like, wait, but we're still in the movie, and they kind of look, and then it does the full mirror effect all the way out, and it's just like, yeah, it was that. I don't know why that kills me every time. I'm like, so just Spaceballs everything, huh? It had some great gags. I want them to do Spaceballs 2 so bad. I heard they were talking about possibly wanting to still do it. The search for more money. I think it would be a smart thing to bring in some new people and kind of do it that way from the previous. I do know the great and wonderful John Candy, who was an important part of this, as also passed away a while ago. He's irreplaceable, but I do think that they could really play up some stuff and do a tribute to him or have it and kind of do what Star Wars did. Maybe do like a prequel one and then do a sequel one with Disney and kind of play off of both of them. I think Mel could pull that off. Yeah, and then I love the fact that it was Dark Helmet and Colonel Sanders. Oh man, definitely love the tone of it. Um, it was funny. It may not be great for everyone for a repeat if you've seen it before. It's something I haven't watched in a while. So watching it again, I still laughed at the jokes. but it is a little dated, I guess you could say, for an 80s thing, but it's a classic. So a lot of times, like if you go back to watch Back to the Future, you're watching it. It's not always that the jokes are always going to land for you anymore, as much as it's just the enjoyment of seeing it all. And if you are a Star Wars fan and you have never seen Spaceballs, you gotta watch Spaceballs. You just gotta. I say it's worth a watch. Uh, you definitely should check it out. You should look at it from that stance of go and watch the old Star Wars, right? Watch Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Actually, no, you can watch all three because by that point it was 83 and this was 87. So watch all three, but at least watch the first two, right? And then go and watch this thing. Watch the thing that actually that how they deal with the planet and their big death machine that's supposed to be the Death Star. I get it. I look. The movie made me smile. The movie made me laugh. That's why I put on the silly hat. Woo, Pikachu. The movie is to me. It was a classic. It knocked it out the park. I, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're a person that's in the age of like 30 and above, go watch this movie. If you remember 80s films, go watch this movie if you haven't. And if you have watched it, go back and rewatch it because you probably haven't watched it in a long time. And just let it wash all over you. Any of the disdain you may have for the Star Wars, whether it be the prequels, sequels, original, whatever, you're only like this one, or you like all of it. This is just a great parody for a Star Wars fan. All right. Mel Brooks played a couple of things like yogurt and stuff like that. He played a couple characters in there. They just had some great lines. There was this great stuff, even how the guys were dressed, the battles, how they were, even how the Schwartz and stuff. And yeah, I hope he does. I did hear something, and I could be wrong, but I swear I heard something where he talked about he may actually want to do another Spaceballs. And I personally, honestly think they should do a Spaceballs, the Search for More Money, which is the Disney one, and have whoever's left to come back and give tribute to the wonderful, great, wonderful John Candy and the wonderful, great Joan Rivers because she's passed away as well for this thing, and give them some tribute. Actually, I would love. Oh, it would be great if they got Joan Rivers' daughter to play the Joan Rivers droid, and just doing Love and Memory of John Candy and them. I think that would be so cool. And that would be so awesome because a lot of people don't realize Joan Rivers was hilarious. But that would be so freaking cool if they could do that. And Mel Brooks and them will write it, and then you could get like the new people to come in and kind of play up the other stuff, how they did with this one, and kind of play off of some of the tropes of it, and then go back to the past and do one for the past and be like, I don't know, Spaceballs, the money. just the money. And have it where it's like you parody Anakin and stuff. Mel Brooks has a genius mind when it comes to comedy and for the parody, and I think he's one of the key factors that made parodies great. So yeah, and have him do something where it shows how like Lord Helmet became Lord Helmet, and just how the whole Empire thing got set up with, and just do all the craziness. I think it would be a hoot, and I think it would be a blast, and I would love to see just the three movies, like the prequel, the midquel, and the Disney one. And yeah, and that's it. You just need the three, and you cover each era of Star Wars. Done. You get my money. So yeah, so that's all I just really wanted to say. Check out Spaceballs. I don't want to ruin any of the jokes or anything. Now, I will, like I said, I will say it may not land for everybody to the same degree. I'm even going to be careful with the images I put on here. I really don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it. But it's some very practical jokes of people saying things and then it kind of responds. But if you just let just your inner Star Wars fan and your inner child and that thing just sit there and just let it wash all over you, just of the genius of the comedy to it, I think you'll really have a good time. So this is the Geek Protagonist, and I'm going to do one more video, and it's going to be my retrospective Star Wars. I'm going to explain. The first part is going to be explaining about how with Disney you're actually wrong about their character portrayals. I may make it a two-parter, because the other part is just going to be my retrospective Star Wars as a whole. So I might make one where it's like this, and one where it's that, which is kind of, these are like the Star Wars aftermath. As a matter of fact, let me write that down. Yeah, Star Wars Aftermath. Final thought. Yeah, Star Wars Final Thoughts Aftermath. I think that'll be a good one. So this is the Geek Protagonist. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real, and I'll see you. Hey, thank you for visiting my channel. This is the Geek Protagonist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, it'll really help me out in the channel if you actually share these videos. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that bell notification. Hit it, click. This way you won't miss any of my videos. Also, there's a thing on there that says personal and all. Hit the all. This way you'll get them every time for the notifications. I'm trying to, grow, trying to do commentary about what's going on. And I want to thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. This is the Geek Protagonist. I'm out, and I'll see you.